Hi guys, hope everyone is having an amazing day. And I wanted to pop on here. Hope everyone's family, everyone is healthy, everyone is getting through this quarantined time. And as always, if you are popping on, please say hi and where you're coming in from. Tag some teammates and feel free to share this video with your teams. Thank you for the hearts. And what I can tell you is that I have right here uh, a 5-step process. And I call this people have heard it before, I called this the magic formula. And what I feel a lot of people end up struggling with is how to actually talk to people about their business opportunity in network marketing without relying on the product. And I think a lot of you say yes for the products. What's up, Anthony? But I think a lot of people are struggling with actually how to talk about this from a business perspective. So what I want to do with you guys, I want to take you through a 5-step process that's very duplicatable, and it's actually going to flex that muscle of you leading with the business and closing with the products. Because think about this, what people are sometimes failing to recognize is network marketing is it is a emotionally charged business. Hi Vicky, it's an emotionally charged business. So people say yes to network marketing for emotional purposes. So think about it this way. If you are constantly leading with the product, leading with the product, leading with the product, and that's what people end up reaching out to you for. Yes, you're going to have happy product users, but at the same time, you're making the business an oh by the way statement. So they reach out to you for the products, you start them on the products, and then you say, oh, by the way, Vicky, there's a great business opportunity attached to this. Now, what you have to understand, no matter how well you are taught this, the way that people's minds work, they respond to emotional connections. So if someone's emotional connection is to the product and you're making the business an oh by the way statement, how do you think and how do you feel that person is going to treat their business? Like an oh by the way statement. Oh, by the way, there's a business here. So if you're not coming out to them up front with it, they're not going to really understand how serious you are, because someone that's serious about growing a business talks about it right away. So what I want to do with you guys is that the one muscle in network marketing that is not flexed and used enough is your business building muscle. No one ever, there is not one person that has ever had a problem enrolling a product user. You can enroll the product users, whether it's friends, family, your warm market on Facebook or Instagram. No one ever has any problems enrolling product users, but where do people struggle? They struggle getting those people to want to build a business with you. Then what happens? That person starts to build a business with you, and then what do you find yourself doing? You find yourself running an adult daycare center because these people are not as serious as you. So if that all makes sense, type Y or yes in the chat box. Again, tag some teammates, share this video. You can throw me some hearts, some thumbs, some smiley faces, just so I know I'm coming through loud and clear. And again, please feel free to, leave your comments below what you're taking away, because the big thing is this. I can't stress you guys enough how important it is to really do this business the right way. Thank you guys. Now, here's the thing. There is a 5-step process to leading with the business. So let's pretend that someone reaches out to you. They're interested in hearing what you're doing. So you're always looking for that mirror image. You're always looking for the business version of yourself. You're not just looking for consumers. If you're a nurse practitioner, you want to connect with other nurse practitioners. If you're a personal trainer, you want to connect with other personal trainers. If you're an accountant, if you're a lawyer, if you're a gym owner, whatever you're doing, you're always looking to connect with the business version of yourself. And when you talk to this version of yourself, then you need to make sure that you're posing this the right way. So let's pretend that Anthony is another personal trainer because I want to connect with someone that is the mirror image of me. So I get Anthony on the phone, and step one is their story. You always want to turn it to them first. And the reason why you do this is people, they love being listened to, and they love hearing themselves talk. Thank you, Ivy. So I get Anthony on the phone, and I say, Anthony, great to connect. I see you're also another personal trainer. How long have you been in the business, and where do you see yourself going with it in the next few years? That's all I'm doing. I'm just looking to find out some information. When you turn it to that person, just like that, the level of connection goes up here. Because what do most people want to do? They want to verbal vomit all over the person that they're prospecting. Let the other person talk. Because if you end up connecting with the mirror image of you, chances are, because I was a personal trainer for 18 years, there's nothing that Anthony is going to say that I'm not going to relate to. Because every trainer has a similar life to a trainer. Every nurse has a similar life to a nurse. Every account manager, same thing. Anyone in sales, we're all living the same life, but just in different areas, different cities, different states, different countries. So Anthony shares his story. And what I'm doing is, if I'm listening correctly, and I think that's the other thing that a lot of network marketers need to focus on, do more active listening. Be curious of the person. Exactly. Do more active listening. When you can listen to someone and not think about, this is what I'm going to say next. When you are thinking about what you need to say next, you're completely blocking that person out. You're not even paying attention. Because if you're a good listener, I'm listening to Anthony's story. And what I'm doing is I'm listening for cues. I'm listening for relatable points of contact where I can share my story wrapped around his story. So he shares this, he shares that. When clients cancel, I don't make money, and blah, whatever he's saying. After he's done, I ask him, thanks for sharing. Would you like to hear my story? He would say, sure. So the second part is sharing your story second. And if you followed the first step and you were a good active listener, then what you're going to do is you're going to take some of their story and wrap it into your story. So if that makes sense, type Y or yes in the chat box. Again, tag some teammates, share this video for those that need to hear it most. And again, this is a muscle that you guys aren't working enough. And I want you guys to work this muscle more. So their story first, your story second. So when Anthony says, yeah, sure, share your story, I would say, great. Anthony, I can relate to a lot of your story. Because as a personal trainer, I go through. And I remember a friend of mine asked me a question X amount of years ago that scared me to death. And what he said to me was, he said, Scott, if you weren't personal training, if you couldn't personal train, if you became physically ill, if you were unable to work with clients, how would you make money? And when I was asked that question, it scared me to death because I realized I put all my eggs in this one basket. And I realized that, any successful business owner or entrepreneur has to have multiple streams of income. At the same time, physically, I wasn't feeling my best. As a personal trainer, Anthony, what it's like. I was working 14, 15, 16 hours a day, grabbing whatever food I could get, however I can get it. So physically, I wasn't feeling great. My energy was low. I wasn't sleeping great. And I was holding a little extra weight. And that led me to an opportunity with XYZ Company. Have you ever heard of them? So this is where you've connected their story to your story. So you've created some relatability. And they're thinking to myself, man, I can so relate with Scott right now. I can so relate to him. Because what if I got sick or injured? What if I couldn't train my clients? What would I do for income? And coincidentally, I am also not feeling good. I'm also not sleeping that great. I'm also having to grab and go because I'm working so much. Scott's literally telling my story right now. Because guys, remember, at the end of the day, you're looking to talk to and attract the mirror image of yourself. So if this makes sense so far, there's 3 more parts. Type Y or yes in the chat box. Now, again, hearts, thumbs, smiley faces is if this is making sense and coming through loud and clear. Again, say hi and where you're coming in from if you jump on late. Tag some teammates. Please share this training if you feel it could benefit someone. So step 1, their story. Step 2, your story. And now, step 3 is your passion. And you say, Anthony, after saying yes to this opportunity with XYZ Company, and I saw a physical difference in my health. I saw improved sleep. I saw just a better version of me. On top of me now helping other people with their own goals, I started creating some income on the side that was supplementing some of my personal training. And I really began to get really excited about this because I wanted to help more people. So, the personal training and how these things help me, how XYZ Company helped me, that's my story. But my passion is really teaching other personal trainers like you about the importance of having multiple streams of income. Some that could be leveraged or residual based, where you could supplement some of your personal training clients or pay some bills or have just extra savings. And the great thing is, with an opportunity like this with XYZ Company, whether you want to, crawl or jog or run with it, there's a path to go down for every single one. So again, what you've done, you've built around their story, connected to your story. So their story first, your story second, and now what you're passionate about and why. I'm passionate about helping other trainers supplement their training sessions with a leveraged or residual income stream. Step 4 is your aha moment. That moment that you recall that completely made you understand and realize that you're on the right path. And I'll share with you guys what mine was. And this is the honest to God. This was my true moment. So I said yes to a company called Isagenix May 15th of 2013, almost 7 years ago. And I was down the shore. I was in Roanoke Beach, Delaware with my family, and we were on a family vacation. And my son was he was about 9 months old at the time. And I remember, what's up, Ron? And I remember clear as day. I'm sitting in my beach, scrolling around in the sand, and I got an email. And I opened the email, and then I remember it said, "Dear Scott, congratulations. You've just earned $660. And I was floored. I went back to the house that we were renting. I called my enrolling sponsor, and he said, "Hey, what's up?" And I was choked up. And he goes, "What's wrong?" And I said, "Joe, I just got paid." And he said, "Yeah, the company pays every Monday." "Joe Alonzo," he says, "you're supposed to get paid." I said, "Joe," I said, "you don't understand. I'm at the beach with my family on vacation, and I just made over $600. He said, "Now I get it." Because what I realized at that moment, this was about 15 years that I had been in the personal training world. That was the first time that I ever made $1 ever where I wasn't at my gym, a training studio, or training a client. And I have not stopped since. That was my big aha moment. And when I share that aha moment with another trainer, they can't even imagine. They can't even imagine being on vacation, let alone making $600 not training a client. So you have to understand, when you're talking to that mirror image of yourself, when you're talking to another business-minded person that's just like you, and you listen to their story, and you share your story that mirrors their story, you share what you're most passionate about, you share your aha moment, you're creating a human connection, your relatable bond. That's what you're supposed to do as a network marketer. If that makes sense, type Y or yes in the chat box. Some thumbs, some hearts, some wow faces. And the fifth part of that, so their story, your story, your passion, your aha moment, and this is it. Do you want to learn more about what I'm doing? Do you want to learn more about what I'm doing? Because here's the good thing. Thank you, senor. Here's the thing. They're either going to say yes, or they're either going to say no. Every time you connect with the right person and you build out conversation in that way, your story, their story, your passion, your aha moment, do you want to learn more? following that flow. And again, it's a muscle that most of you aren't flexing. So everyone says to me, I'm not good at sharing the opportunity. I'm not good at talking to people about the business. The only reason for that is because you haven't had enough of those conversations. So just imagine if you had 5 of those kind of conversations every week. How much better and how much more confident would you be about sharing your opportunity that you're in? It would go through the roof. When you follow this system, when you follow that magic formula of their story, your passion, your aha moment, do you want to learn more? You have a 50-50 shot every single time someone reaches out to you. If that makes sense, type Y or yes box. Mates, share this video. And if you are committed to talking to more people about your opportunity the right way, making it about them first, making it about you second, then sharing your passion, then sharing that aha moment, and then asking if they want more after you've built the relationship first. Type I am committed. And Anthony says that's how you build a muscle. Nice and simple. Yes. Ron says yes. Guys, I want to see you all succeed. Everyone thinks there's this exact science and there's this shortcut and all these people have. You have to work this muscle yourself. The only person that knows your story is you. The only person that knows how to connect with the right person is you. The only person that knows how to share your aha moment is you. The only person that knows how to share what you're most passionate about is you. So remember, it's their story, what you're passionate about, your aha moment. Do you want to learn more? So guys, I hope this has helped. Please enjoy the rest of your days. Love and gratitude to each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye, everybody.